Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I'm a little under the weather today. Stayed home from work, but I still wanted to have an opportunity to share today. Thanks for watching Time with Tiff today. If you like what you're hearing, please like, subscribe, and by all means, comment and share. Today, I want to get right into it. Today, I want to talk about self doubt. So last night, many of you watched the game between, the Brooklyn Nets. They played. I'm just going to talk about them and the game that they played and all the commentary that's around what's going on with, Ben Simmons. Stephen A. had a lot to say today. I think some other folks like Jamie Foxx and some others chimed in on some of his commentary. I watched Shaquille O'Neal. I think was it Jalen Rose? A few last night, or no, not Jalen Rose. I watched him earlier today, but I watched Charles Barkley. They had their panel last night, and they were talking about what happened. And so, when I think about everything that's happened from the perspective of Ben Simmons, he claimed he had some mental health issues. He hasn't been playing his best. His trade happened at a real sensitive time. Um, and I believe that there's some self doubt going on there. And I say that because have you ever been told something your entire life? Like told you ain't gonna be nothing, you ain't never gonna be nothing, your daddy wasn't nothing, your mama wasn't nothing, you can't do that, you ain't gonna never be able to do that. Have you ever been told some things in your life that you just believed because that's what people told you about yourself? You're ugly, you're fat, you ain't no good, you ain't gonna never get a man, you ain't gonna never get a woman, you stupid. All of those kinds of things. You remember being told those things? If you ever have. So, in listening to what I've been listening to about what people have been saying about him, if people keep telling you things long enough, you'll start to believe them and you'll start to begin to self doubt yourself or believe that that's the person that you really are. I'm not saying that may be the total case for him where that's concerned. I've heard some other opinions regarding him where it could be just about around him, not wanting to play or faking the funk or just trying to get the check or whatever, but one thing that's clear to me is anybody who has been told something and everybody's talking about him, and I want to say to Stephen A, I know he probably could give a damn about who I am, but I'm going to say this. I'm not a sports journalist. I do watch sports, but I will say this. To tell somebody that they're probably the most pathetic player that has ever played in NBA history, that's a bunch of BS. And so even though we have the freedom of speech, the right to say how we feel about things and all of that, and that's true. But at the same time, the man got into the league, so apparently he got into the league for a reason. I can think of countless dudes that have gone through things from a controversial perspective, games been off, haven't been playing well, all of that stuff. But to sit up there and call a man a total, he just said he was the most despicable player of all times. And I had to sit up there and laugh because Stephen A always has a lot to say and we listen to him. And that's okay. But at the same time, when you have the platform and when you have the voice, and I'm talking to you, Stephen A, when you have the platform and when you have the voice sometimes it's better to practice compassion. We can talk about the level of skill, the play, the execution, all of that. That's fine. You have a right to do and say whatever you want to say. But sometimes, knowing that people are human, knowing that people are, have feelings and emotions, and even though these men play football or basketball, football, whatever sports professionally, they still have freaking feelings and emotions. So, to me, it's like that's crazy to me. Um, I only hope and pray that all of this smoke that he been giving us for years around sports commentary, that when his day comes, whatever the day is, because people like you that have an opinion and have a point of view and are boastful about it are those people that are always in the spotlight. So watch what you say and watch what you do, Stephen A. And again, shout out to you because again, Stephen A, I do respect what you have to say and I do respect your point of view and your insight and your perspective. I don't believe based on my research that you ever played any professional sport. I know you played in college, and I know you got a bachelor's in sports journalism, but I don't know that you have the same ability to have empathy for those men who actually play the sport and are under scrutiny. And if they don't play well, the impact that that can be on their mental. So he might be going through some mental issues. Okay. He might be going through some things. Okay, the team then told him he sucked. The world then told him he sucked. So if everybody telling you you suck, and then you got to go out there, you have to show and prove. Guess what? You probably gonna suck, because that's what everybody made you believe, especially if you got some things going on in your head. So I say all that to say, and I know y'all see me pretty hyped up about it. I'm laying here on my couch, just trying to get these words out, because it's like self-doubt is a real thing. And and it makes it worse if it is that people continue to tell you those things in your life. So at some point in time, you got to believe in yourself when nobody else believes in you. You got to understand what's happening in your life and be able to keep moving in spite of what people have to say. Because people always have an opinion, just like just like everybody got an ass, everybody got an opinion about something. And it really don't mean a hill of beans, because when that man goes to bed at night, he's the one who has to go through and feel the things that he's going through. And the same thing from a self-doubt perspective for people. People don't know what it is and how they feel. A lot of these people, celebrities and all that stuff, even myself, and I'm not no real celebrity or nothing, but if somebody kept telling me that I wasn't going to be good at something for a very long time, that stays with you until you can do something else. So be encouraged today to know that don't let self-doubt be the thing that doesn't allow you to be who you are. You're still great. You're still a person. You're still human. You still have the ability to turn things around. We can turn around a moment at any time. And he probably is going to have some repair to do with his reputation and with his level of skill. Same thing with Doc Rivers. They talking about he need to quit if they don't win or whatever. So be encouraged today to know that even though it is that you may have some self-doubt going on, you still are great. You still have the potential to be great. It doesn't last always, and we can't continue to listen to people, because if we listen to people, people will drive us crazy. And I'm talking about the system of people. I'm talking about not one or two individuals, but when somebody has a point of view about something, it's like you can hear it in the masses. You hear the energy and the tone of the message in the masses. That's what I'm talking about. Don't let that shake you, Ben Simmons. Don't let Stephen A's commentary rock you, Ben Simmons, and everybody else that's been at his head because apparently he's not performing or executing, or there's some things that he's been doing that people don't like. Give the man a damn break. Now, if you found him belly side up in the dang on lake because he jumped and he killed himself, then what will people say? Oh, it's a tragedy. Oh, he shouldn't have did that. But we all talking about him and making him feel the way that he's feeling. And if he's dealing with mental health and mental illness, what you think's going to happen? So, man, everybody, continue to stay the course. Them people that talk to negative talk to themselves, stop talking negative talk to yourself. Self-doubt, don't listen to what people say. Keep moving, right? Because it's just a moment in time. And just because it is that, remember, self-doubt doesn't define your ability, your capability, and who you are as a person. I'm going to say that again. Self-doubt does not define who you are as a person, your ability, or your capability. So keep shining. Keep growing. I love you all. Have a wonderful day and be well.